Hey guys, we are back with the Gold-Blooded. We've got 3 more shades to check out in this, so let's get that done, and then next week we're going to come back and do an overall review of how we feel about the entire thing. But today, let's do a look with these last 3 shades. They're beautiful. Come on back and let's have some makeup fun. Alright, so I have put some primer on. Primer, if you're just going to do like a one and done or a really easy look, you don't need primer. I did makeup for a long time without using eyeshadow primer. But anytime you're going to do anything a little bit intricate, you might need the primer. And believe it or not, it really helps with the blending. Which, I didn't put my transition shade on, so we're going to have to do that. But, let's take a look. And here are the 3 shades that we are going to use today. Ooh, maybe I can see this with no glasses. We've got Boss Mentality right here. We've got Fire Phoenix, which is a gorgeous shimmer. Just so pretty. And we've got Built Different, which is like a berry mahogany brown. I don't know, but it's a pretty thing. So first off, because I'm goofy and I totally forgot, let's go in and do transition shade, which I do use the very lightest of the shades that is in the gold palette. Works really well as a transition shade for me. I know you you put that that really light colored primer on. It looks like, I don't know, clown, ghost, something. It looks like something's going on. Now what this transition shade does is it's going to give kind of an aura of my skin tone. So when I go to blend, and a lot of what I do above the brow is going to be blending, it kind of gives it a powder to blend with, so it doesn't just stick there on the primer. It's, got some blend going on. Got something to kind of shift and mix with. Okay, we're ready. First I want to start with this. Oh gosh, what was the name? We just looked at it, right? Boss Mentality. Right here. Now I'm not saying that these shades would go together. Except that I'm just trying to use every shade in the palette. Okay, I put a little bit on the end of this brush after I wiped, any excess shadow onto a towel. Okay, and that is a pretty shade. I feel like I always need to recover right here a little bit, so let's just add just a wee bit right here. And I'm just using a large brush and just kind of stipling it on. Stiple, I'm not sure. I think it depends on what part of the country you're in as to how you pronounce it, which is true of we have so many dialects in this country. Country being the U.S., that, it just kind of depends on where you're at as to how you might actually say something. Okay. I like that. It's, it goes nice with my actual skin tone, and it's, you know, coming out not too dark. Of course, this is why I'm using the wide brush, because I want it to kind of spread out and not be all in one area profusely. I want it to really spread out and really look like it's, you know, more natural. Yeah, says the person that uses all the wild shades, right? Yes, my skin tone is naturally, you know, blue and pink and purple and green. Oof. I do feel like that is just perfect use for that shade on myself. Really. Okay, so now I want to go into that bottom shade, but what brush shall I use? I'm going to use another blender, but kind of not quite as big around. Give me a little bit better detail. And the one that I want to go into is that Built Different right there. We'll see what this looks like actually on. Now that's a dark shade, so I'm just tapping gently because you can always put more on, right? I'm going to go right here in the outside. Holy crap. That's like a purple, sort of. I don't know. Kind of a purple. I'm going to go just in the, can you even see what I'm doing? In the crease a little bit, but mostly staying there on the outside of the lid. I am going to switch brushes, and I'm going to use a packer. Oh, darn it, I let it, because, I mean, you can already see the difference. Adding that one shade has, you know, really done. All right, this is a packer. I'm going to just kind of lay it on it. Okay, and wow, huh? And I am going to use that red shimmer on the lid, so I kind of want to pull this in a bit so that, you know, I can do some blending at the edges. So a little bit more because, you know, like I said, you can always add. Now this is going straight on primer, so it's not wanting to move a whole lot, but that's okay. That's, you know, that's why I do it that way, is because what I've got on the lid, I want to really sit there. You know, I want it to stay in one place. I have a real hard time doing this eye. I hope you can see what I'm doing here. I know it's kind of a get ready with me, but not really. We're really wanting to see how these shades perform, and so far, and dark shades tend to scare me because I am so light skinned. It can be difficult for me to, you know, use a dark shade and not look, you know, kind of Dracula-ish. Or, you know, Frankenstein-ish or whatever. Just kind of going in the crease right there. Wow, that went right into that humongous wrinkle really well. Guys, I think that looks great just like that. I'm thinking about, you know, a lot of times I'll go under the eye with something, but I think a liner in the waterline is going to be fine. Okay, using the Packer same brush, but I just wiped it on my trusty. Yeah, you can tell I've. Whew, I tell you, when I get a washing machine in this house, my electric bill is going to go crazy because, Lord have mercy, I got so much laundry to do. Okay, now we're going to go in with this absolutely beautiful Fire Phenix. This kind of a red, but it's a shimmer. Now, if I was just, you know, putting on makeup, I would actually use something lighter to go on here, but oh, she's so pretty. But we're just, you know, we're just trying to see how these shades are going to perform, so oh my goodness. I gotta tell you, so far I am not at all angry. Well, I do have one little gripe with this palette, but we'll get into that next week when we do our overall impression of the palette. Now see, I would have gone with something lighter and maybe used this in a different way, but I mean, if you have darker skin tone, this is going to look gorgeous on you. Gorgeous. Matter of fact, I may put like that lightest of the golds over top of it and see what happens. I mean, that's part of seeing how it performs, right? How does it play with the other shades? I mean, it's blending with the whatever that is, purple. It is kind of a purple on the lid, I think, but it's, I don't know. It's like a deep purple. Yeah, I've got like these hoods that just drive me nuts. Like this right here, I was not going for this, you know, but there it is. So what are you going to do? All right, I am going to go in with this Star, what is it? Star Decadence right here. And I want something, I want to use a different brush. I think I'm going to use this brush. Is it going to work? I don't know, but we're going to try. Okay, so a little bit. That's a beautiful shade. And we're going to go just like right in the inside here. Just to try to lighten it up a little bit. Because it just looks really red on my really white skin. Which I do have some foundation on that's a little darker than usual, but you know, ooh. Now I got to tell you, in the mirror, this looks a lot better than it does on the film here. Wow, that is so pretty. And I want to get it like really in here. All right, you guys, I'm going to do a lip, liner, lashes, the 3 L's, and I will be right back. And, you know, maybe do something with this hair, that monstrosity. But, we'll take a look at it. Alrighty, so here is the final look. I do like the way that these applied. Wish I had a little younger base to put them on to show you, but, you know, I'm old, so. Alright, so this was these 3 shades. Let me see, this was Fire Phenix, Boss Mentality, and I haven't a clue. No, this is Boss Mentality, Fire Phenix, and Built Different. So you know what? Let's give it those. I put stuff down where I should not have. Let's give those a swatch, shall we? So, one, and oh, that red shimmer just gives me the, I love it. Just wish that I had a little better skin tone to go with that, but there are our shades. That does look a little brown there, but it really is, I don't know, I think it's more of a purple. It does, it looks a little brown right there, don't you think? Very strange, very strange. Anyway, so come back next week. Let's go over the whole thing and see what we really thought. You know, we'll swatch the whole thing again. Now we've got like some opinions to throw out there. I do think it's lovely. I really do. I'm not sad that I put out the money for this purchase. I am totally happy with this. So guys, until the next time, I hope you wake up dancing, boom boom, wake up dancing every single day. Bye bye.